In life, we all face choices. Some are small and insignificant, but others shape the course of our journey. And sometimes the most difficult decision is deciding where our loyalty lies. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus presents us with a powerful warning about divided loyalty, saying, "No one can serve two masters." What does this mean? And how does it apply to our lives today? No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. These words spoken by Jesus have echoed through the centuries. On the surface, they seem simple, perhaps even a bit extreme. But in these few words, Jesus reveals a truth that is as relevant today as it was then. You cannot divide your loyalty between two conflicting priorities. So, what exactly does Jesus mean by two masters? In his time, a master was someone who had control over a servant's life, dictating their time, actions, and priorities. To serve two masters meant to divide your attention, your energy, and your heart between two conflicting desires, like trying to follow both your career ambitions and your faith without letting one diminish the other. But Jesus points out that this is impossible. You will either choose one over the other. The danger of serving two masters is that it leads to conflict. Imagine trying to please two bosses at work, each with their own demands and expectations. No matter how hard you try, someone will be disappointed. In the same way, when we try to serve both God and material pursuits, our hearts become divided. This leads to stress, confusion, and ultimately, a lack of peace. Jesus makes it clear, divided loyalty has consequences. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. The result of serving two masters is that you can't fully commit to either one. One will eventually take priority, and the other will be neglected or even despised. This is not just about choosing between good and bad. It's about choosing where your heart, your time, and your focus will be. Ellen White reminds us, it is not safe to have a divided heart. In this world, we are called to make a choice, whether we will serve God with all our heart or serve the things of the world. The choice will determine our eternal destiny. One of the most common masters people serve is money. Jesus himself spoke of this in the very same passage where he contrasts serving God with serving wealth. You cannot serve both God and money. The love of money can easily become a master that demands your attention, your time, and your soul. But the pursuit of wealth, status, and success can lead to emptiness and dissatisfaction. These things can never fully satisfy the deeper longings of the heart. On the other hand, when we serve God, we find fulfillment that goes beyond material wealth. God's kingdom offers us peace, purpose, and a sense of belonging that cannot be found in earthly possessions. Jesus calls us to seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and everything else will fall into place. Serving God is not about sacrificing joy or fulfillment. It's about finding true contentment and a lasting purpose. In today's world, the challenge of serving two masters is all around us. Our culture tells us that success, wealth, and popularity are the ultimate goals. But many people who achieve these things still find themselves feeling unfulfilled. They realize too late that serving these masters has cost them something precious: peace, time with loved ones, and spiritual well-being. We live in a time when our attention is constantly pulled in multiple directions, making it harder than ever to choose who or what we truly serve. But the good news is, we don't have to live in this constant conflict. Jesus invites us to make a choice. By choosing to serve God above all else, we free ourselves from the tyranny of divided loyalty. This doesn't mean we abandon our responsibilities or desires. It means we align them with a greater purpose. Serving God doesn't lead to a life of deprivation. It leads to a life of meaning and fulfillment. The question we must all ask ourselves is, who is our master? Is it the pursuit of wealth, success, or recognition? Or is it God and His kingdom? The choice is not always easy, but the rewards of serving God are far greater than any earthly gain. When we make Him our master, we find the peace and joy that only He can give. So, what path will you take? Who will you choose to serve? Remember, no one can serve two masters. But when you serve the one who created you, everything else falls into place. Thank you for watching, and may you find peace that comes from wholehearted devotion.